Hi, my name is Dana Arnett, co-host of Wicked Marketing, along with my partner, Carlos Cepene. You can find more information about us and our business on LinkedIn, or if you have any questions, email us at info@wickedbionic.com. Subscribe to Wicked Marketing on Apple Podcasts and write an awesome review for us. We're also on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Play. Thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Carlos.
And this is Dana.
And this is Wicked Marketing.
Hello, everybody. We thought we'd have like kind of a fast and free, kind of a loose conversation as opposed to just one particular topic, but about your business and kind of like a house cleaning. Carlos and I went to a wonderful 3.5-day conference in Palm Springs put on by Allison Maslin and Pinnacle Global Network. She's a mentor of ours, and her incredible team. And we just learned a lot of neat things, didn't we? I mean, it was really fun to spend 3 days working on our business, you know? So I think that's part of it, the house cleaning and just kind of taking an idea, looking at and see where you are in your business, maybe what you need to modify, right?
Working on your business instead of in your business.
Oh my gosh. So how many people work in their business and don't pull out and work on them? You know, it's so easy, we talk about it all the time, to get caught up in the tasks of the business, whether that's with a client or, you know, for me doing operations, you know, so much of the financials and all that stuff and staff. And instead of like pulling out, and Allison's thing is you've got to get away from your business sometimes to be able to have perspective and really to grow. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in your business every day, like it's very hard to figure out tactics and really know where you are. She has a great thing. She says, you know, what got you here won't get you there.
Exactly.
Right? Is that true or what? And then there was another one. She really tried to push us to think about what we want, you know, down the road. It might be 3 years or 5 years or 3 or 5 year plan, and what we wanted and what our goals were and what, you know, what we saw the business as. And then she said, once you create, and this is maybe something I'd encourage, once you decide, let's just say if we were talking financially, you know, we wanted $50 million and we want to help, you know, 300,000 people have this experience of being able to share what they do or what they sell. And then what you do is you look at, you know, she said a great thing, make decisions from where you're going, not where you are. Right? And we get so caught up in where we are. Yeah. You know?
Well, and I think that part of it has to do with the fact that, and this is something that Allison referred to as well, a lot of small, mid, and even in large businesses, a lot of people feel like I'm the only one that can do this.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
You know?
You've said that. I've said that.
I can't. I don't have anybody to do this.
Or I can't tell them that. It'll take me longer. I'll just do it myself.
Right. Yeah.
That is.
And you know, when it's funny because for us as marketers, a big part of what we say to people is you have to be continually engaged. You have to be participating. But that doesn't mean that you is you.
Yes.
Right? So one of the things that Allison said that I think is key is a big part of the reason why we say that we're the only ones that can do it is because we're comfortable there. Right. That's the place where we're comfortable.
Right. What's that? What is the uncomfortability? Growing more.
And the uncomfortability of hiring someone to do it.
And
right. And so a lot of people end up spinning their wheels saying, I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't have anybody to do it, and I don't have the money to hire someone.
And they say it the same revenue. Same. And I'll tell you, I guess it was 3 Christmases ago or 2 Christmases ago. Carlos was in Spain, and I was in the office by myself, and it was raining, and you know, I'm sitting there, and I'm going, I don't want to be 5 years down the road still looking at Carlos and like just the two of us and, you know, doing what we do and being in this group. We will never grow. And Allison Maslin wrote a great book I'd recommend called Scale or Fail. And it really is the only way to grow is to take leaps of faith and scale. And Carlos and I have
I'm reading it on my Kindle.
Are you really? Oh, that's awesome. It's such a good book. And you know, she's so encouraging about scale. And scaling is really hiring. And you might say, well, I don't have the money for a marketing coordinator right now. I can't do it because what am I going to? And the thing is you have to.
You have to. Well, and you have to trust in that when you do, and this is from experience, our experience, when you do, the money comes.
The money comes because what it literally, as opposed to just faith that the money comes, if it frees you up to do what you're meant to do and go work on your business, meet people, connect with people, outreach, all those things to bring in sales, to generate sales, then it's worth it. It's profitable because of that. you know?
You can't just sit there and wait for God, the universe, whatever you believe in, to just drop business in your lap, right? So that's why people stay at the same revenue level. So you have to be able to take the time away, whether it is to go to a coaching seminar like we did, even have a coach, have a business
Oh my
coach.
gosh. Like, so, it's been life-changing for us.
It's life-changing. So scary.
It's so scary. Tammy Moore
scary.
is the coach, our coach within the group, and it's so scary. You know, it costs some money and it costs a lot of energy and time, but not to be. You know, Carlos and I are very lucky because in our business group there's a lot of solopreneurs, but Carlos and I have each other, or it's a husband and wife, or maybe a couple best friends. But Carlos and I have each other. Not that he's not my best friend, but you know that we have each other to bounce things off of. But the truth is that we still needed help. We still needed guidance. We still needed a path. And one of the things that was great about this weekend, because it's not just about your business, because she said, you know, grow yourself, grow your team, grow your business. So what does that start with? It starts with self. So I have to make sure that I'm getting what I need in my life and having the things that I want. And it really is not about working harder. It's about working smarter.
Absolutely. Right. So if you are working 14, 15 hours a day on your business or in your business, right? You're not working on your business.
And
right?
where are you giving yourself the time to become?
It's not healthy.
Right.
It's not healthy. So, you know, I remember when I started working and in corporate America, and my measure of whether I was doing great was
much time you worked.
How much time I worked, how fast I could get things done. So if I had, you know, my manager at the time, Karen, would give me 10 things to do that week. If I could make those 10 things happen in 2 days.
Exactly. I know you. Right.
Even though I didn't sleep, that was great. Right? Because then I showed my value.
Well,
That's
and you
the measure of your value.
Wait, and what am I going to do? Work really hard to impress you?
Yeah.
What are you going to work really hard to impress me?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just when it's your own, you get to be anything you want to be. But we are both, Carlos and I think because we both come from, you know, from the entertainment industry and big jobs, you know, I think we both have crafted a company that we wanted, not one that we're not working till midnight. We don't do that because we have
that's
lives.
the thing. You should impress yourself, right? You should impress yourself. But what is more impressive than you having the ability to take a vacation and not have to pick up that phone every 5 seconds to see what's happening at your company?
Then you've got a team. One of the gals, she was basically what we're describing, but she probably worked 20 hours a day. And she was in the government contracting sector. And she had, Kristen, she had a company and she had a few people, but she had no idea how to let go of anything or to hire or to scale. And she scaled and she never, ever went on vacation. No way. And we saw pictures of her, and I love her so much. She's such a great gal. And they put some pictures up on the screen. She went to, you know, on a safari to Africa, and she went to like the Netherlands, and all last year because she scaled appropriately. She walked away for 2 weeks, and she wasn't afraid because the team had it handled. I mean, isn't that the position we all want to be in? You know, it's such a, and you know, there's another thing too about don't be a reactor, be a creator. Right? Because when you're in your business and you got clients calling and you got the team that's got an issue and so you're reacting to everything, where's the time to create? And Allison always talks about, you know, spend a couple of hours, you know, each week. Make sure you give yourself some thinking time.
And don't go immediately to put out every fire.
Right.
Because not everything is a fire.
Not everything is important in the moment, but it feels like it. You know, it's like how we wake up in the morning, we have to look at our phone. We're so reactive to everything that's happening. I am reactive to what's going on my phone, and everything feels like now. It just, we've come to, it feels like now. There isn't necessarily now. Yeah. It isn't just have to be, and it's really having that kind of deciphering. Otherwise, you're constantly spending the day chasing. And
that's another, I think because we're talking about people scaling, right? And hiring people to get into roles. But hiring people to get into roles doesn't mean you just hire them and forget about it, right? Training. So I think a lot of the challenge is also in people that hire. They hire the wrong people. You know you've had that wrong person in that role for years. 2, 3, 4, 10 years. and you didn't replace them.
Well, the good news is I won't do that.
Yeah.
In our business, I don't do that. We let somebody go after 6 months. It was just the right thing to do. It was less painful for them and less painful for us. But like learn fast. What is it? Hire slow, fire fast.
Yeah.
You know, and Allison's all big on hiring slow and really taking the time. So that's something that we learned as well. And she said a great thing about team, you know, because like Carlos was saying, you do something fast. My whole career, I was doing it to please my bosses, wherever I was. You know, you love it when you're young and you're like, oh my God, I just did what they wanted, or I did even more than they wanted. And they're like, oh my gosh, Dana, thank you so much. And that's how I got ahead, right?
Yeah.
By really caring about my bosses and doing well. And, you know, we were talking about this weekend about empowering team members. And I think that's a big conversation out there in the world now about it, empowering your team members to do it themselves, to come up with their own solutions. And you know, in my day, it was, you know, I'm the boss, or there was the boss, and I was just, it was all about them. And I believed in them, and I trusted them, and I hitched my wagon to them. And she said, you know, don't believe in me more than you believe in yourself. Something to say to a team member. Don't believe in me more than you believe in yourself. Meaning, don't follow it. Be your own. And I think for us, you know, we have such a great marketing coordinator, Jessica Navas. Oh my God, is she amazing?
She's amazing.
She is literally a little gem from heaven. And what a learner, and what the curiosity and the willingness to investigate. And so Carlos has been so great teaching Jess over this past year, and she's just taken to it. And, you know, we encourage her to do things on her own and be herself.
Well, and that's the thing. Be of service, not at disservice to your employees, right? And being of service means you passing on, right? This is something that my spin instructor says very often, and it just stuck with me, is that what if you were given is what you've been called to give, right? And it's a big statement, because we think that what we're given is for us to use to our advantage,
right? Our tools.
To maximize our tools so we can make the most money, so that we can succeed and beat our competition, right? No, what if what you're given is what you're being called to give? So each person has their abilities, their tools, the things that they are really good at, right? And no matter what, you're going to be good at something. There's something you're good at, even if it's just sitting watching TV.
Or being a good listener.
Or being a good listener, or being, you know. And so when you are of service to your staff and you train them with your learnings, but you let them also develop those in a way that they
works for them,
feel they own, that works for them, then they're engaged, right? Now, if you're being of service to someone and you are putting your best effort and you're teaching them what you can, and that person is just not engaging with it, or they're not, their great things are not the great things you need in your business, then you are of a disservice to that person by keeping them on.
Right, and to yourself.
And to not only to yourself, but to them, because by them leaving, they're able to find
what they're supposed to be doing,
where their best things, or the things that they can learn, will drive that engagement. There's another measure that I keep on hearing, and I don't know the exact number because I'm trying to pull it out of nowhere right now, but I think it's somewhere like 75 to 80% of employees are disengaged at work.
I know. We heard that this weekend. That was so disheartening.
Disengaged at work.
Right. And there were a number of factors.
And that, you know, people outside of this weekend, people keep on saying, well, the solution maybe is of a 4-day workday, or reducing the amount of hours that we work, and they're even trying the 4-day workday in Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not that, man. It's really, if people are engaged, if they're loving what they're doing, and
if
they're
they
not
think
only
their
doing
voice
it for their
has
money,
value,
if
listening,
their voice has value,
right.
if they're learning, we all want to learn.
And we all want to be respected.
And we all want our passions to be recognized, to be engaged, to be, you know, supported. You know, Jessica has a passion for learning.
I know.
And she told me that. She's like, I really, really love when you make time to teach me.
Isn't that
So-
that is like, we need a couple more of those. I mean, it's just,
But
right?
it's like,
so beautiful.
As much as I want to teach, I would normally just teach her things when I feel like she needs them,
Right.
or when I need them for her to have them. And what I do now is sometimes I'll sit in our office and I'm like, okay, what if I teach Jess ad operations? Or what if I teach Jess the history of SEO so that she
That was
knows
fun.
why search engine optimization is important? Because it's one thing to teach people to use a fishing rod, and there's another thing to teach people where the fish are at what time of the year, and
Right,
like it's
right.
it's a different story, right?
And in my day, it was about you told people what to do.
Yeah.
Right? You told people what to do, and they needed to just do it a certain way. And yes, there's formulas and things, but I think now as owners, it's really important to us to be kind.
Yeah.
To be listening and making sure, and sometimes Carlos and I will overgive because that's who we are as well.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we don't, people are happy to work for you and get a paycheck and be respected and have a beautiful work day. And so we don't have to do so much. But we're so glad when people it's so great to build a company for those of you out there that are doing that. And it's so great to have people they want to come to your office every day and they want to support your business and they want to help grow your business. How fun is that?
Yeah.
So
pay attention to your employees, hire the right people. And if you make a mistake, we're all human and you're hiring, let
Cut
that
and run.
person go.
Yep.
So that they can go be their best selves wherever they're meant to be, right? Because at the end of the day, that's being a go-giver.
It is. No, it is being, and there's a great book called The Go-Giver, which Alison Maslin talks about. I want to wrap it up with this great thing that I heard, and maybe this is not interesting to other people, but it was very interesting to me in my psychology, and it was a question to ask yourself, am I playing not to lose or to win?
Yeah. Am I playing not to lose or am I playing to win?
Right. Am I playing to win? And I will tell you, I think that I was playing not to lose because I wanted to keep up with the thing. And it's such a different mentality. My brother was a race car driver. And I said to him, so it's okay. I mean, you're new to this, you're new to this. So if you come in, fifth place, it doesn't really matter. He goes, what?
Yeah.
And I'm not an athlete. I didn't come from that thing of I got to be number one. It's just not kind of in my DNA. And he's like, I have to go out there every time that I'm going to win this race. That's the only way to go. And it really, boy, when they said that this week, I was like, that's cool. Think about how to win, not about coming in
and
second.
Winning is not only going after things, it's setting the groundwork, training the people, and making sure that you're able to scale.
Yep, for sure.
Scale or fail, like Alison Maslin.
Yeah, go get the book. Okay, it's on Kindle and available on Amazon.
And on the public library.
And at the Los Angeles Public Library.
Los Angeles Public Library.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening today. Don't forget to subscribe to and share Wicked Marketing on Apple Podcasts and write an awesome review for us. We are also on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Google Play. See you next time.